Marco making a perfect dish for these cold days, macaroni and cheese.
This is a great dish for when it's cold out. We're going to do some white cheddar macaroni and cheese with some crumbly blue. We're going to cook up some chicken fingers. We're going to toss it in hot sauce, put it over the top, and then we're going to crunchify it.
Oh, crunchify it. That even sounds better.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so what are some of the ingredients that folks need?
Well, I'm going to use elbow macaroni today.
Traditional.
Traditional, absolutely. Crumbly blue cheese, some half and half, some white pepper, some butter, some flour, some Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its, is that the crunchifier?
That's a crunchifier, yeah. I'm using
I can put two and two
cheddar.
together.
Yeah, there you go. You're quick. And then some, I bought some boneless strips rather than doing the breast where I don't want to handle it.
What is that? You know what, I normally buy the breast, but this seems what I normally end up cutting them into.
Well, this is the rib meat. This is under the breast.
Okay.
If you take the breast and you flip it over,
yep.
There's a little pull tab, piece of chicken.
I miss that on my chickens.
There's a little pull tab. Actually, it's right here. There's a little, see that little stick there? And you can actually pull the meat right out from under the breast.
Is that still white meat?
It's still white meat. It's part of the breast.
That's very convenient. Then you don't have
real
to sit
convenient.
there and cut
they have it in the meat section. They have them already done. Yep. Buy them. You don't have to handle it. You saw me. I opened the package. I threw it in the flour.
You sure did.
We're going to egg wash it, bread it, pan fry it. Rock and roll.
It seems like a fast and easy meal, too.
It is. It's
relatively.
Not too long. Yeah, relatively. I mean, the macaroni's going to take 8 minutes to cook.
And you know what? Normally, if I think of macaroni and cheese, I'm thinking the box. We buy Aunt Annie's all the time.
Roll that box out.
Yeah, because you know what? The kids really love the homemade stuff.
Right. Make the homemade. It's very easy. It's fresher. You know what's going into it. That's the thing.
No powder.
No powder, no preservatives. What is that powder?
You got me. Exactly. That's what I just realized as we were talking.
No, you're throwing powdered cheese. That's not cheese.
I'm from Wisconsin. I should know that.
I know you should know that. This is cheese. That powdered stuff, forget about it.
All right. Then when we come back, we'll get started with the least part of this.
Sounds great.
Great. In the kitchen with Chef Marco, and we are going to be starting to get the chicken ready.
We're going to bread our tenders, which I've got the tenders in the flour. I made an egg wash, which is just egg and milk. And I whipped it together.
Whipped it together.
Yep. And then we're going to put it right into a breadcrumb. Now, I use a seasoned breadcrumb. If you don't have a seasoned breadcrumb, you don't have to use, I love
the seasoned bread.
Yeah, I do too. Just gives it a little more flavor.
Yep.
Plus, you know, putting on a dish like this, it's going to be great. I don't know why I'm using this fork. It's taken 3 days to put that on there. We'll just go like that. You just toss it around in your breadcrumbs.
I always get so messy with the flour and breading. This whole process, yeah. I end up caked with fingers. I look like something from a sci-fi movie.
That's why I use tongs. There we go. I don't like to touch it. There we go.
I don't either.
And that's why we buy the tenders like that, so we don't have to play with it. So let those brown on both sides. You're going to flip it if you want to bring it up to about 165 degrees internally.
Okay.
But
the oil.
The
chicken, I mean.
The chicken.
Okay.
If it doesn't finish in your pan, cook it low and slow. If it doesn't finish, throw it in the oven for a few minutes.
How many minutes do you think to get it done while you're cooking like that?
I mean, maybe 8 to 10 minutes on total from start to finish. I think it would be feasible to say.
Okay. You also have the pasta going.
I got the pasta going, and we're going to start our sauce, and that shouldn't take very long. We just have to bring it to a boil.
And then that's it.
That's it.
How long would you say, start to finish, doing all of this to get dinner on the table?
Yeah, probably maybe 20 minutes, 20, 25 minutes in that range.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty easy.
Including the crunchifying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe 25 at that point.
That's the finish point.
All right, terrific. Marco, when we come back, we'll start putting it all together.
Beautiful.
All right, that's it. Time to finish the product. We are doing macaroni and cheese and chicken fingers. Chicken strips.
Sounds good. Yeah,
okay.
We can do that.
What you call it?
I called it buffalo chicken, but that's the restaurant guy in me. We're going to start making our sauce. We're going to use a roux to start. This is an old school butter and flour.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put our butter and flour right in the pan. See how it's starting to melt and getting all sizzly in there.
So you have like 2 tablespoons butter?
Sure.
Okay.
That works perfect. 2 tablespoons. And then while it's melting, we're just going to add some flour. And now what this is going to act, this is going to be our thickening agent. So we're going to cook the flour down. You see how it's falling in love in there, getting all lumpy?
Yep. Here, I'll open it.
Thanks. So I'm using half and half.
And they do have a fat-free half and half for those of you interested.
But if you want any flavor, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If you want your heart to keep ticking. Yeah.
So basically, we're going to whip this all together. Let it come to a slight boil. We're going to add our macaroni to it. But while this is cooking, See, I'm carefully measuring again.
Yes,
You know how
I
do
see that.
Right,
Precision.
so, precision, absolutely. So that looks good. So we're gonna let that start come to a boil. Here's a white cheddar. None of that powdered stuff, none of that out of the box junk. Real stuff. You know, we want to grate it ourselves. You know, it comes out so much better when you grate it. It really does. The flavor's there. It melts nicer. It's got a nice texture.
Do you think that makes a difference when you just slice it up and throw it in to melt? Different time?
Well, when you say difference, is it like in
Not taste probably, but
no,
just
in melting, cooking-wise, yeah, absolutely. Because when you grate it, I mean, how long did it take me? Really, 30 seconds to grate that piece.
Yeah.
And this is 8 ounces of white cheddar. And you want to, the trick too is you want to keep it cold.
Keep the cheese cold.
Keep the cheese cold. Because if you leave it out,
bends.
exactly, then it gets goofy. So if there's any, here, we kept it in there.
Oh wow.
So you can see when it falls in there like that.
And you have it on a high heat?
I have it on a high heat because I want it to boil.
Okay.
And then
I'm going to look at
watch my chicken there.
The buffalo chicken.
The buffalo chicken, perfect. So when those are done, which is another 30 seconds, I'm going to have you throw them in the hot sauce over there.
Ooh.
So as you can see, this is really starting to thicken. You want to use white pepper.
Why? Tastes different?
Tastes different, a little stronger. But then you don't have all those little black flecks floating around. It looks like you did something, you know, something bad to your sauce. So I'm going to kick it up a notch with that white pepper to see how the bubbles on the side are starting to come together.
Yep.
We got a few seconds while this cooks. Now, if you don't like elbow macaroni, shells work great. I love shells.
It reminds me of a kid having elbow.
I know it does. It's the real traditional stuff. So we're going to alter our sauce one more time.
Should I just toss it around?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. So you can see how it's coming together?
Yep. Oh, it is. Look at that.
We're going to add our crumbly blue cheese. Now, what this is going to do is going to add another dimension to the sauce, and is going to add a real sharpness. And then with our hot sauce on the chicken, it's really going to come together nice.
Yeah, that is a great combination. Do you sell macaroni and cheese, a form of it, at the restaurant? No.
Yeah, we call it Alfredo.
Oh.
It's the Italian
Don't speak
version.
Italian to me, man.
Don't speak Italian.
I'm from Wisconsin.
You're from Wisconsin, but we absolutely, we make this on a special. This is one of the biggest selling dishes.
Everybody loves macaroni and cheese.
Everybody loves macaroni
Wolfgang
and cheese.
Puck was making it for one of the Oscar shows 2 years ago with the truffle oil.
Absolutely. So you know what? If you want to taste it and see how it comes out, you want to grab me a little spoon and I'll let you. You can see a sneak preview of how it's coming out. Being from Wisconsin, I'm going to take your opinion on the cheese. Be careful, it's hot.
Oh, it's delicious.
So our macaroni, you know, we're just going to add it right to the sauce. I'm going to actually turn the heat down.
That was so quick. Now, that's what I do. I take a whole spoon and I put it in there so a little juice comes in there too, water.
That's one of the biggest tricks to Italian cooking that a lot of people don't know. Did you know that?
I learned that on the Food Network.
Yep. It's, you want to leave some of the starch.
So it thickens it up and gives it flavor.
So it thickens it up, absolutely.
Okay. We've got just like 1 minute.
So we're going to finish this.
Should I put it on the side?
No, not yet. Give me 2 seconds. We'll make that 1 minute deadline. Don't you worry. You want to taste it, don't you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, taste it.
We're good. All right, when we come back, we're going to have second helpings and a surprise thing with this. We'll be back. I have to show you, this is the finished product. You put the chicken fingers on top, and then he crunched some of the Cheez-Its. Sorry, it was faux before. It was that good. And with the hot sauce, it was a perfect mesh of flavors. Now you're going to make macaroni and cheese balls.
This is called etouffee.
Etouffee. That's
really
too fancy for me.
It's a fancy morning word, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope this works.
Okay.
But we took the macaroni and cheese out of the sauce a little bit, let it cool, so it gets a little stiffer. As you can see, I added some cooked shrimp.
Okay.
If you don't like shrimp, you want to use the chicken that's left over, absolutely throw the chicken in there. We're going to add a little bit of a binder to it with breadcrumbs, and then we're going to mix it up until it gets a little on the thicker side. And then we're going to roll it in our breadcrumbs and our eggs.
And we should say that you're working at a little disadvantage right now because It's still a little bit hot.
It's still a little hot.
I
So
can see
you
the
want to
steam
let it cool.
coming
Yeah.
from.
So we're going to burn ourselves a little bit. And we're going to actually form it into a ball.
Look at that.
We're going to roll it in our eggs. And back in our breadcrumb. I don't know what is it with Italians and like balls of food.
Yeah.
Like meatballs.
I know, because you can easily pop it in.
Yeah, and then I got my oil frying here, or hot, and I'm just praying that it's hot enough. And we're gonna fry it till it's golden brown.
All right, we've got about 20 seconds. We probably won't see the end of it, but we can
you
keep
guys are
trying
gonna eat it, so we're gonna.
We eat
So you can
everything
absolutely
here.
see how it's coming out. You just roll it back up with some seafood or some chicken in there, bread it like an arancini basically, and throw it in the oil. And
Very clever.
bada boom,
Excellent.
bada bing.
Once again, great seeing you.
Hey, great to see you.
Wonderful dishes you made, too.
Thank you.
Back to you.